afternoon, happy Friday. Welcome to the Market Watch Weekly. Really strong showing in North American benchmarks this week, all finishing up around 3%. It was a little top heavy though in Monday and Tuesday. Nevertheless, a strong showing in the equity markets. We did have a bounce back out of the laggards. So much of this recovery of late had actually been out of the tech heavy names, the Apples, Amazons of the world. We actually had the laggards outperform this week, the retailers, the industrials, financials. So it was nice showing there. Really goes a long way to validating this market recovery. Elsewhere, energy closed higher for its third straight week, back to its March 10th closing level. That's right around the time where we had that OPEC-Russia price war, so recouped around 2 months of losses there. Elsewhere, in terms of the Market Watch Weekly, this week's edition focuses on the record amount of stimulus being thrown into the economy right now. Stimulus that comes in the form of debt that obviously needs to be serviced and repaid. This week's Market Watch just discusses that while there's a record amount of debt being issued right now, the cost of servicing that debt has never been cheaper, so it isn't necessarily a bad thing at first glance. Elsewhere, we had Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz on the wire this week, just discussing that he's actually seeing a better recovery than what he's reading in the headlines and on the news wires. So a bit of a positive tone there. Looking to next week, we've got the Canadian banks on deck, starting with Bank of Nova Scotia and National Bank on Tuesday morning. Keep an eye on that one. Everyone's going to be focusing on the PCLs. These are the loan loss provisions for loans and credit instruments and such. So a lot of attention to be focused on that. Otherwise, enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Just as a reminder, Monday is closed in the United States for Memorial Day weekend, so don't expect much in terms of market activity on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.